Long ago, in the golden city of Ayodhya, lived King Dasharatha. His kingdom was vast, his people were happy, and his palaces glittered like fallen stars. Yet, deep in his heart, there was a quiet sadness. The hallways of his home were silent, for no children played within them. Dasharatha looked out at his beautiful city and sighed, wishing for a son to carry on his legacy. The king sought the wisdom of the great sage Risha. The sage listened to the king's heart and smiled. "Do not despair, O king," Risha said, his voice like the rustle of ancient leaves. "We shall perform the Putrakameshti Yagna, a sacred fire ceremony to ask the heavens for a child." Together they prepared the ritual, filling the air with the scent of sandalwood and prayer. As the chanting reached its peak, the holy fire leaped toward the sky. Suddenly, the flames parted and a magnificent celestial being emerged. He glowed with the light of 1,000 suns and held a shimmering golden bowl. "This is the payasam," the being declared. "Share this sacred food with your queens, and your wish shall be granted." With a heart full of joy, Dasharatha returned to the palace. He went first to his eldest queen, Kausalya. Her eyes widened as she saw the glowing bowl. The king gently offered her the first portion of the sweet, sacred rice. "Eat, my queen," he whispered, "for our home shall soon be filled with laughter." Next, Dasharatha shared the gift with his other two queens, Kaikeyi and Sumitra. They stood together in the sun-drenched garden, their silk robes fluttering in the breeze. As they ate the sweet payasam, a feeling of peace and magic settled over the palace. The birds sang louder, and the flowers bloomed in colors more vivid than ever before. Seasons turned, and a change swept through the streets of Ayodhya. The citizens felt a new energy in the air. People hung garlands of orange marigolds across every doorway, and the sound of silver bells echoed through the markets. Everyone waited with bated breath, knowing that a divine miracle was about to unfold in the heart of the Golden City. Then, on a morning when the sun shone brightest, the first cry of a newborn echoed through the halls. Queen Kausalya gave birth to a beautiful son named Rama. He was as radiant as the moon, and his presence brought a calm, powerful grace to the room. The king wept with joy as he held his firstborn son for the very first time. Soon, the palace was filled with more wonderful news. Queen Kaikeyi gave birth to a spirited boy named Bharata. He had bright, curious eyes and a smile that warmed the soul. The city erupted in cheers, and the royal drums beat a rhythm of celebration that could be heard for miles around. The blessings did not stop there. Queen Sumitra was blessed with 2 sons, the twins Lakshmana and Shatrughna. Lakshmana was quick and bright, while Shatrughna was calm and steady. The queens visited one another, their hearts overflowing as they watched the 4 brothers, each a tiny spark of divinity. King Dasharatha stood in the royal nursery, looking at 4 golden cradles lined up in a row. Rama, Bharata, Lakshmana, and Shatrughna slept peacefully, their tiny breaths in perfect harmony. The silence of the palace was gone, replaced by the promise of a glorious future. Ayodhya was no longer just a city of gold. It was a city of hope.